Making documentaries around the world, I've witnessed poverty in many countries. But one film I thought I'd never make is a film about poverty on my own doorstep. Dave has spent time living in hostels and sleeping rough on the streets. He's chosen a particularly precarious spot to spend the night.
See the scaffold? The actual scaffold? You think how big that beam was? I could get up there in 2 seconds flat. Nuts, but I think.
Skippering is slang for sleeping rough.
Are you skipping in there, aye?
No, really.
Aye. Done it all. Under bridges, this is what we need to do. That's life in Glasgow. Know what I mean? We're not getting nothing there, know what I mean? The stamps have been put on our heads now in this town now. Don't give him any money, don't walk near them, know what I mean? They're drinkers or drug users, know what I mean? We're not all bad people. It's nothing to be proud of, but I'd rather be in a jail where I know I'm safe. I've got a telly now, I've got 3 square meals a day, and I can just lie myself. Don't need to be paranoid about walking about a town.
You have to wonder how dangerous the streets are if someone is prepared to risk life and limb and climb 30 feet up to sleep safely under a railway bridge. And if prison is a better option and people are prepared to commit crime to get there, what's that costing us, not only as taxpayers, but also as a society? Nearly 30% of the homeless population is female. Gillian has been homeless for 6 years.
So, you tell me how you first became a prostitute. What happened there?
I was using heroin. I ended up using heroin through a relative sex partner who was injecting me with heroin.
What, he was just injecting you? Well, you must have... Did you not want to be injected?
I was 9.
You were 9 years old?
9 years of age. He started injecting me with heroin. I had to keep that for my family. I kept that for my family.
Why was somebody injecting you with heroin when you were 9 years old?
To abuse me. Just be careful, because there's a barbed wire there.
You're better at doing this than I. So this is where you were, yeah?
This is where we were, yeah. Brand new bedding. We had this double bed here.
Gillian and her boyfriend have spent the last 6 months skippering under a road bridge. Last night, moneylenders chasing payment from another couple set fire to their skipper.
I was a van boy, right, for Evening Times. And I remember my pals were selling a lot of drugs in Maryhill. And I came up and they were letting us know about it, because I used to make like £100 a week or something as a van boy. And I could make triple that in a day. So I ended up finishing my job. I gave my job as a van boy to go and sell drugs so I could have money and stuff like that.
So you were making 3 times what you'd make doing deliveries for
in a full week, I could do that within that day, no bother. And I had all the drugs that I wanted, so it made perfect sense to go and sell drugs. Well, at the time, that's...
How old were you then, though?
16.
16, what time did you start? How old were you when you started selling?
When I started selling, say about 12, 13.
12, 13?
Years of age, but mad actually
12, 13.
started. It started away before then. I always looked up to the older ones, and it was my big brother and things like that, so they were all smoking the hash. So to be part of, I wanted to do that.
And with the drugs came violence.
I'd get my hand shavered.
That is that's a good scar.
I'd get my hand shavered and get my scar right down the back.
You're in the top of your ribs?
Aye, no.
What was that with?
That was with a Rambo knife. The guy attacked us with, and 3 of them attacked us with balaclavas and that. I got stabbed in the rectum, ended up with a colostomy bag for a year as well. That was on the Wanna. I was left for dead.
William, John and Ross were brought up in some of the toughest areas of Glasgow.
So we're going to Maryhill, yeah?
Yep.
Was it ever merry?
Well, many in several weekends, aye.
He was married on several weekends, was it?
Many a weekend. I grew up in Maryhill. My uncles had a big influence, so they did see it. Because I was young and stuff like that, and I never had much and stuff like that. I remember they done a robbery, they done a post office and ended up in jail. I remember being young, growing up and thinking, I want to rob a post office and make a lot of money.
You wanted to rob a post office?
I wanted to be what they were. See, that way, when they sell drugs and had lots of money and nice cars and nice girlfriends and when they looked on the outside, their life looked good.
Selling drugs, having girls,
having money in your pocket. It just appears glamorous, doesn't it? But the reality, is it that glamorous?
No, it's not.
Well, I have to say, to the untrained eye, that doesn't look bad to me.
Well, they're just all new houses. It used to be all tenements.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, they look good on the outside, but it's the same people. It's inside them.
Ross,
Aye.
it's just like addiction. You can dress it up on the outside, but it's the inside you've got to work on. Isn't it, Ross?
Yep, exactly.
Why do you guys think the supported housing is better than anything else that's out there?
It learns you how to deal with life, how to move into your own tenancy.
But it
with
doesn't
life
throw you
skills.
directly out there on your own.
No.
It's a stepping stones.
And you've got a key worker in your supported accommodation, which is really important, I think, because you can get down and you can share your stuff, see, just eating, and they sort of keep them happy as well. And you need to get in there and let them know how you're doing, what's happening in your life, and when you get that if you're in a hostel, but you know.
William Hunter House, run by the Salvation Army, not only treats the lads for their addiction, but also teaches them basic living skills so that eventually they'll be able to have a home of their own.
How long would you be in supported accommodation before they would consider you OK to go out?
You can take you 12 months, it can take you 18 months, it can take you up to 2 years. I've not really heard anybody further than 2 years.
It all depends how much work you're putting into it. See, if I'm putting a lot of effort into it and a lot of work in it, I could leave after 6 months if I feel I'm ready. It's down to the individual.
Supported accommodation has seen a 68% decrease in repeat homelessness.
Right.
And here's just your wee sitting room, your living room, two wee couches. This is sort of my own telly and that. Your own comfort. You can just come up here and just left to your own devices, and you get in there, that's your wee kitchen, and you get your fridge and you get your cooker.
Realistically, William, are you going to get something like this when you leave here?
I should get something better than this, to be quite honest with you.
See, William Hunter House, they've got a good rapport. See, with the Housing Association.
Reputation for getting you a place where it suits you.
Yep.
Everything you encountered before this hasn't worked?
Nothing. As I said to you earlier on, I've been in different treatment centres, detox centres, been in hostels, I've been in the jails. I've tried everything. Everything I've tried, and this is the only thing that's ever worked for me, and it's still working today, you know what I mean?
I've been living basically on the streets since I was 12, you know what I mean? So it's a long time. And,
Since you were 12, you've been living out on the streets?
Since I left I was put in a children's home and I ran away. From then, I've only ever lived on the streets, in prison or in hostels. So that's a long time, you know what I mean?
Also, you're in a cycle that's very hard to break, isn't it?
It's not easy. It's a habit of its own. It's going to take a lot, you know what I mean, for me to get to be in a normal life, because I've got a lot of hurdles to climb.
There's clearly a pattern emerging here of people going from prison on the streets to hostels. And you have to question if enough being done to get people to stand up on their own 2 feet and take responsibility for themselves, or is it just too easy for them to remain in that cycle?
Fraser is a hostel resident who explains to me why presently it's not in his interest to get out of the benefit system.
It's £165 a week, regardless.
All right. Okay.
The housing benefit will cover £37, and the rest you have to make up out of your fortnightly money.
Your gyro. Yeah.
But if I was earning minimum wage and working 40 hours a week, they would still expect 165 quid a week.
Which would leave you very little.
Which would leave me with, what's the point in working? By the time I've travelled to work, fed myself for lunch during the day, I'd actually be in debt. So, I mean, the system's built up so that you have to be unemployed. And then you've still got to justify to the job seekers allowance that you're out there looking for work, or they'll stop your money.
Just so you can say.
And I'm having to put on my CV that I've been in prison. And if I want a job, I never tell people I've been in prison, because you just won't get the job. So I'm applying for these jobs that I might get, because the job centre are sending me the referrals, and I'm having to apply for them. But on the bottom of my CV, I'm writing down that I was in prison for 9 months, just to make sure I don't get the job, so I can continue getting my benefits, so that I can get a flat sooner or later. It's, the system's broken. I need to get out and earn my own money so that I can feel good, you know. Because there's nothing better than when you go to the bank at the end of the week and you take out money that hasn't been given to you by the government. You've grafted for it. It's yours. And if you want to go for a pint, go for a pint. You deserve it.
Yeah.
It's your money.
Right, it's in my living room. Sorry if I'm walking because my knees, it's killing me.
Your knee's killing you, yeah?
Aye.
When you've had 3 heart attacks, you say you've got cirrhosis of the liver.
Aye.
And you've
5 toes.
you've pulled your 5 toes off, yeah?
Aye.
What did you do with them?
Well, 2 of them were on top of the telly.
Sorry?
2 of them on top of the telly.
2 of them were on top of the telly?
Aye, yeah. That's a big toe, mate. I think it's a wee toe.
It's all right. Let's have a look.
That's my toe.
That's your toe?
That's my toe,
I
aye.
can't see the bone yet.
That's it. So I had to twist them off.
So you can see the nail there, can't you, and the bone that was behind it. You just broke them off, yeah?
Aye, there's another one lying about somewhere.
Do you not think that was probably not a very good idea, really?
No, because one nurse was telling me we're going to pull up anyway, and there's so much pain I was in. So I just got drunk and just went, here goes.
And you pulled your toes off?
Aye, and just came off.
Yeah. You feel better now, yeah, sitting down?
But that's what I do.
You've got a son or daughter or anything?
Aye, I've got a son,
Yeah.
but he drinks a lot and all.
He drinks a lot?
He's staying with his ma.
He's staying with his mum, yeah? She doesn't obviously have anything to do with you anymore?
She's no. She used to get jail me all the time.
She's what, sorry?
She used to jail me all the time.
She was to put you in prison, yeah?
Aye, right. Well, even when I done nothing.
So how much time did you serve inside?
4 months here, 4 months here, 30 days here, 60 days here, 30 days here, 3 months here.
What was generally the offence that you were jailed for?
Domestic violence.
Oh, right. Did you sleep well?
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all badly bruised.
How much money do you actually get a week?
He's 70 quid a week.
And what does that go on? If you're buying burgers,
I tell you...
goes on booze, does it?
I mostly booze, drink, booze, horses. I don't want the horses. That's my skin. I just go back to the hamburgers, beans, sausages, and all that. It's not that I want to eat that. It's just that I've got to eat that.
But a lot of people would say, you know, if you're spending that money on alcohol and you're spending that money on the horses, you know, you should actually be spending that money on some decent food, not 20 burgers.
Actually, if you think about it,
£2.
But if you've been on that drink for that many years,
yeah,
you can't change. And if you changed it, you die straight away.